What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at Solana, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, VONG, as well as the S&P 500. For those that don't know what VONG is the Russell 1000. Very interesting, huge correction yesterday. Not really a surprise. Well, I don't want to say it's huge, but we certainly had quite a free fall. But it's down to a very solid level, and it wasn't something that was coming as a surprise in any way, shape, or form, because we were hitting overbought on VONG and we were hitting overbought on the S&P 500. So it's very necessary for us to see correction here. The crazy part is today we're nearly opening back up right where we started from, which is actually super cool. And maybe we can continue to play this out long enough to lower ourselves on the relative strength indicator and allow us to head up even higher. Looking at things like XRP, we've also discovered new technical indicators, new technical patterns that are starting to form on most all of the major cryptocurrencies, which is super good, very helpful. I'm very excited to see this because this should hopefully allow us to move up. You can see here as we fill in this gap, we should hopefully move up and inevitably break through top price ceiling and rally to the upside here. Same thing goes with Solana. Solana beautifully filling in the gap very nicely here. And I also am hoping for a big pump to the upside, but you can see Solana has a beautiful symmetrical triangle. XRP has an uptrend here. Ethereum has a beautiful descending fractal here where we're pretty much just like filling in the gap. You can see floating in here, filling in, getting constricted. Bitcoin has a very similar, you could see symmetrical triangle forming on here as well. And then VONG and the S&P don't have anything just yet, but they are starting to correct. So I think all in all, we look phenomenal. Happy, what is it? Halloween for those that are celebrating today. Go out, go have some fun, go trick or treat, be safe, eat lots of candy, and yeah, enjoy it. But lots of things to go over in today's video. So with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember BYDFI, today is the last day to take advantage before they get rid of this and then they start possibly a different bonus or none at all. A new limited deal bonus where you can earn up to $2,000 in free bonus cryptocurrency by signing up with the link down in the description below. This is for whale traders and traders alike. So basically lots of opportunity here. Essentially, you deposit crypto into the account or anything like that. They will then add their own to incentivize trading, and using their exchange, they'll give you free bonus cryptocurrency. And then what's cool is you can withdraw your money right out and then leave, and you'll have the bonus crypto in there. You can't withdraw the bonus money, but you can trade with that. And anything earned off that, think about it. That 1,000 times 10x is 10,000. Anything earned off that bonus money, you can withdraw completely free, which is super cool if you ask me. But moving forward and into today's episode here, you can see current coin market cap, 31 on the Fear and Greed Index, going lower as usual here, correcting to the downside, and inevitably, I think at some point it's going to find a bottom support. And I think we kind of already hit that in the short term. You can see Bitcoin hit something and bounced off. Ethereum hit something and bounced off. XRP hit something, bounced off. Same with BNB and Solana and Doge and Tron and Cardano and Chainlink and Bitcoin. Well, not so much. Bitcoin Cash, Stellar. So essentially everything is hitting some sort of support. With us trading at 41, plenty of room to head up. With us trading at 31 on the Fear and Greed, plenty of room to head up. So I'm very excited to see where this wants to take us. Yesterday we made a video talking about how there's a new breakout forming, and I still 100% agree that there is one forming here. We are nearly coming to the end of this symmetrical triangle, and once we do, I think we'll see some very interesting movements. Now here's where things get a bit funky. This is what we need to talk about. We're going to start with Solana here. The thing that worries me a little bit is, as much as we are bullish, there is still potential correction. Short-term intra-day trading. What I mean by that is we have how he enters, how he exits. So typically, this in a sense is a bull flag. This long-term is bullish in my opinion. These descending fractals, lower high, lower lows, eventually will break us out. But look what I drew here. That means we need to see another correction. So what I think is going to happen, how we entered this was bearish. Maybe we'll hit resistance here, but I think it's going to correct like this. This, to me, looks like what's going to happen here. Rejection off moving average. It could happen sooner. We might not actually hit price ceiling, or we'll maybe wick it, have a candle wick hit it, and then inevitably go down. Anything could happen here, but with how we entered this, there's a good chance there's going to be a lot of rejection, resistance, especially with moving average here. A lot at play, a lot at stake. Probably going to see a bit of a downtrend, a little bit of a downturn here. So keep your eyes peeled on this. It will open up trade opportunities. Now, that's only short term because eventually I think we're going to explode out of it very aggressively here. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, but it does come with a cost, which is short-term consolidation and short-term correction to the downside. So pay very close attention to that. So moving forward from there, though, and looking at other cryptocurrencies, XRP looks great as well. XRP has an uptrend here. So here's where things get interesting. Again, this looks very bullish, but short-term, I think we're going to head a little bit lower. Bullish is because we have a huge rally to the upside here, huge pump upwards, you can see, and this is bullish essentially with the flagpole. We have a lower high, lower low pattern here in a bull flag, which inevitably will break us up like this, but short term, rejection off moving average. How we entered this sort of uptrend here is bearish. We might be able to draw something like this if you really want to. It's a bit early to confirm this because there's only maybe 2 points of confirmation. But in my opinion, I think it is bearish. I really, really, really do. I think we'll probably consolidate up and then pull back down. And I could leave it here. I could leave this on because that's more than likely what's going to happen here. Obviously, if we break through this point here, that would be phenomenal. We'd love to see some long-term bullish movements here, but I think in the short term, we're going to see some correction. This comes at a cost, the end of November here. So it's a while of consolidation, but what does that mean? In the short term, pretty bullish. Pretty much like we're going to see some consolidation up. Same thing with Solana. Pretty sure we're going to see some consolidation up. Then we look at Ethereum here. Things get a little bit more interesting. This, again, long-term is bullish. Ascending, broadening wedge, but short-term, I think correction here. Short term, we're filling this gap in. We might not see much movements to the upside here. This one's a bit more interesting. I would hold off on this and wait for confirmation to see which direction we want to break through here. But inevitably, we definitely have a solid support. And if support is broken, we are going to see a big correction to the downside. A big reversal down here. So pay very close attention to this as we have a very solid support and a very solid resistance. And we're probably going to ping pong off here. And then once we get that confirmation, either probably a daily confirmation here, we'll know when to buy in and long or whether to buy in and short. But the good news is we have technical indicators forming on every single one of these cryptos, which means it's a very easy buy-in opportunity. And it's also very easy to say, hey, if you want to take advantage of this, like look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in, we fell into this. So in my opinion, we're probably going to fall out of it. That's the annoying part. But then long-term, we're in an ascending broadening wedge, and this typically is bullish. So we'll see how exactly we want to pan out. But we know with us hitting floor here, more risky trade would be buying in here, but there's a good chance we're going to head back up to retest resistance. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to hit resistance and possibly fall. Very easy, very simple, but inevitably, that's what I think is going to happen. We need to complete these technical indicators before we see any more movement or any more history or anything else. That's my thought. That's my theory here. With Vong's interesting. Currently just opened up, and it's opening up in red, though. So we opened up at a high, but we might do something like this. The more I think about it, we might consolidate down. We might consolidate out here, hit support, and then rally up. And what's that's going to do is lower us on the moving average and give, or on the RSI, and give us the support and the upwards kind of room to head to the upside here. Truly. So that's also a good sign, if you ask me. Something along the lines of this. Same thing with the S&P 500. S&P looks good as well, but it looks like it's going to start something like this. That's what I think is going to happen. And again, I'll leave this on here for right now. Markets are going to close today, and then we'll have some consolidation over the weekend. But I do think we're due for a little bit of consolidation and possible downwards trajectory on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.